it's Diane Worm here again from bestwormcomposter.com. Today I'm going to start a basic bin for you. So if you've got one of these sitting around the house, you can make a bin out of this for your composting worms. This is one I got probably 8 or 9 years ago. Designs have improved with more ventilation on the sides, but I'm going to try this one and just see how it works out. So that we're comparing apples to apples with this and the Worm Factory 360, I'm actually going to create the same environment with the same layers as I did in the Worm Factory 360, just to get an accurate comparison. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some dry newspaper in the bottom to help absorb any excess moisture. Okay, just like that, since we're just starting them out. Then I'm going to put this bedding in. I made this last night, and the recipe for this is on my website, bestwormcomposter.com, so you can have a look at this. This is what the Worm Factory 360 recommends for their worm bins. So I'm just going to put this in here now. It doesn't fill up the bottom as well as it does with the Worm Factory 360 because the surface area of this is a little larger than the Worm Factory 360. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the same food that I fed to the Worm Factory 360 to start it up. So I did 1 cup of chopped kale, 2 chopped up banana peels, 2 tablespoons of eggshells that I crushed up, and then 2 tablespoons of coffee grounds. And I'm just going to put them in the corner to hopefully entice the worms over to them. So I'm just going to put them down in here. Ooh, yum! I hope the worms are going to like those. Then we want to make sure, especially in a bin like this, that we cover the food very well to avoid any possibility of fruit flies or smell. So now I'm going to take the Easy Worm Mix that we've got over here. This came in this bag, pretty simple, $40 for the Easy Worm Mix. Half a pound of worms to 3/4 of a pound, but has this awesome environment. You can see pictures and video of the worms on my website. So I'm just going to put this in now. Right on top, and then the worms will be driven down and they'll want to go and eat. Woo! Well, that was lucky. Almost lost it. There we go. So, worms, everything is covered. Look at those worms in there. Going nuts. And they don't like light, so they're going to try to dig down as quickly as possible. We're going to leave them alone. Now, to also help for the fruit flies and smell, I'm going to use the same technique that they use at the Worm Factory 360. I'm going to experiment with a damp few sheets of newspaper on top. It'll also keep the worms happy. It'll keep the light out for them. So there we are, and that's your basic setup. I'm going to check this in 2 to 3 days, make sure the worms are getting on well, but I have no doubt the Easy Worm Mix seems to be a great product that the worms really like, and it makes them arrive at their destination ready to compost for you and very, very healthy and happy. Remember, happy worms, healthy worms, great compost. So check out my other videos at bestwormcomposter.com. I'm Diane Worm, and we'll see you next time.